ever wondered what staying in a hotel was like decades ago? Picture a room with just a few TV channels and a coin-operated bed that vibrated for your comfort. Intrigued? Let's dive into 20 hotel features you won't find anymore. TV. In the 1960s and 70s, having a bulky analog TV in your hotel room was the height of luxury. These TVs featured knobs for VHF and UHF signals, and getting a clear picture often meant adjusting rabbit ears antennas. Imagine the excitement of watching TV during your hotel stay, especially if you didn't have one at home. Some TVs even had built-in radios, offering more entertainment options. These analog TVs were a novelty that made staying in a hotel room feel special. Contrast that with today, where sleek, flat-screen TVs with hundreds of digital channels and streaming services are standard in every room. Guests now expect smart TVs that can connect to their personal streaming accounts, providing a seamless entertainment experience. This shift from analog to digital marks a significant transformation in hotel amenities, reflecting broader changes in technology and guest expectations over the decades. Do you recall the days of manually tuning channels and fiddling with antennas to get a clear picture? Or do you appreciate the instant access to your favorite shows, movies, and streaming services that modern hotel TVs provide? Postcards. Do you remember the joy of sending postcards from your hotel stay? It was a charming tradition that added a special touch to your travels. Walking into the hotel lobby, you were greeted by a display of colorful postcards, each one showcasing the beauty of the hotel or the local attractions. Choosing the perfect postcard to send to your loved ones back home was a delightful part of the travel experience, an act that made your journey feel even more special. Can you recall the feeling of writing a heartfelt message on the back, addressing it with care, and imagining the smile it would bring to a friend's face? This small act was a way to share your adventures and make your loved ones a bit envious of the places you were discovering. It was a tangible connection, a little piece of your journey that they could hold and treasure. Today, these vintage postcards have become prized collectibles, capturing the essence of a bygone era. Do you ever come across an old postcard and feel a rush of nostalgia? Memories flooding back of simpler times when travel was shared through these charming mementos. The tradition of sending postcards has faded in the age of instant communication, but their nostalgic value remains strong. Googie architecture. In the 1950s and 60s, motels along busy American roads were adorned with the unmistakable flair of Googie architecture. Imagine cruising down the highway and spotting a motel sign with its futuristic shapes and bold angles, impossible to miss. Neon lights flickered brightly, and exaggerated elements like starbursts and sweeping curves caught the eye of every passerby. These signs promised modern amenities like swimming pools and color TVs, luxuries at the time that made travelers eager to stop and rest. Googie architecture symbolized the space age and the post-war optimism that swept across America. Families hitting the road for summer vacations felt a sense of adventure and modernity when they pulled into these motels. The signs were often the first glimpse of the excitement awaiting them inside, a beacon of the futuristic wonders that lay within. Do you remember the feeling of pulling into a motel with a Googie sign? The anticipation of stepping into a room that promised the latest in comfort and convenience. Guest books. Do you remember the charm of signing a hotel guest book upon arrival? Hotels once kept large, handwritten guest books prominently displayed in the lobby. Every guest signed their name, often adding a small note about their stay. These books, filled with the names and comments of travelers from all over, created a sense of connection and shared experience. You could flip through the pages and see who else had stayed there, sometimes spotting familiar names or interesting entries from fellow travelers. As the importance of privacy grew, hotels transitioned from these handwritten logs to computerized systems, ensuring that guest information was securely protected. The shift marked the end of an era, replacing the personal touch of signing your name with the efficiency and security of digital records. Today, guest books are more commonly found at inns or Airbnbs, where guests leave reviews and share experiences in a nod to this nostalgic tradition. Magic fingers. This 1960s and 70s invention turned motel beds into vibrating relaxation machines for just a quarter. Imagine arriving at your motel after a long day of travel, dropping a coin into the Magic Fingers box, and feeling the bed come to life with a gentle hum and vibration. Developed by John Houdeling in 1958, these beds promised to soothe tired travelers, though the vibration was often more of a novelty than truly relaxing. For many, the rhythmic buzz of Magic Fingers became an iconic part of their motel stay, adding a touch of fun and humor to the experience. Kids would beg their parents for quarters just to feel the bed jiggle, while adults would chuckle at the sheer novelty of it all. These vibrating beds were a small but memorable part of the American travel experience, a quirky highlight that many fondly recall. Key cards. Can you imagine a time when hotels used traditional metal keys instead of sleek key cards? Before the advent of modern technology, hotel keys were hefty pieces of metal attached to large plastic tags. These tags prominently displayed the hotel's name, address, and room number. It was a system that was not only practical, but also evoked a sense of trust and simplicity. If you accidentally took a key home, there was no need to worry. You could simply drop it in any mailbox, and it would find its way back to the hotel, thanks to the guaranteed postage paid stamp on the tag. This system was cost-effective and remarkably convenient, reflecting a time when such small gestures of trust were commonplace. Today, we swipe or tap our key cards to access our rooms, a seamless blend of convenience and security. Key cards are efficient, easy to carry, and enhance privacy by preventing unauthorized access. They can be quickly reprogrammed if lost, providing an added layer of security. However, they lack the tangible connection of those old metal keys. Smoking rooms. Can you recall the days when hotels offered designated smoking rooms, complete with glass ashtrays and complimentary matchbooks? Back then, it was common to walk into a room and catch the faint scent of smoke lingering in the air, a familiar atmosphere for many travelers. These smoking rooms catered to guests who enjoyed a cigarette at the end of a long day. The matchbooks often bore the hotel's logo, a small souvenir that many guests took home. However, as awareness of health risks associated with smoking grew, the demand for smoking rooms began to decline. Societal attitudes shifted, and the hospitality industry adapted to prioritize the well-being of all guests. Today, most U.S. hotels are entirely smoke-free, focusing on creating a healthier environment for everyone. This change reflects a broader societal move towards health and wellness, making hotels more comfortable and welcoming for non-smokers. Phone systems. Do you remember the days when hotel phone systems were your lifeline to the outside world? Before the era of cell phones, guests relied on PBX networks to communicate within the hotel or connect to external lines through the front desk. Making a call meant dialing the operator and sometimes waiting to be connected, a process that could feel both quaint and frustrating. These systems allowed you to request room service, call the concierge, or contact another guest in the hotel, but they also came with their own set of challenges. Privacy was often compromised, as your calls were routed through a central system, and there was always a chance that a busy operator might overhear your conversation. Today, our smartphones have made hotel phone systems nearly obsolete. With a tap, we can video call loved ones, order food delivery, or book local attractions. The convenience and privacy of modern communication have transformed our travel experiences, making the old hotel phone systems a nostalgic memory of a simpler time. Comforters. Can you picture the vibrant floral patterned comforters that once adorned hotel beds? These bright, bold designs were tightly tucked around the pillows, creating a neat and inviting appearance. The colorful patterns instantly made the room feel cheerful, reflecting the exuberant design trends of the time. Each pattern was a kaleidoscope of flowers and shapes, adding a splash of personality to the otherwise uniform hotel room. As you slipped under one of these comforters, you might have felt a sense of nostalgia and comfort, surrounded by the familiar warmth of the vibrant fabric. The tactile sensation of the thick, slightly rough material against your skin was a unique experience, distinct from the sleek, smooth textures of today's hotel bedding. The weight of the comforter, heavy and reassuring, added to the feeling of being cocooned in a cozy, secure space. Today, hotel bedding tends to be more subdued, with neutral tones and minimalist designs creating a serene and modern atmosphere. However, some hotels blend this modern comfort with retro aesthetics, nodding to the past with updated versions of those classic floral patterns. Bibles. For decades, these Bibles were a staple in hotels across America, quietly offering comfort and solace to countless travelers. Distributed by the Gideon's International, they were always there, whether you needed a moment of spiritual reflection or simply found peace in knowing it was available. These Bibles, with their distinctive covers, were more than just religious texts. They were a symbol of a welcoming presence in an unfamiliar place. How many times did you open that drawer out of curiosity or habit, feeling a sense of continuity and tradition? For many, the presence of a Gideon Bible was a small but reassuring detail, a connection to home and faith during their travels. However, as societal views have evolved and the rise of digital technology has transformed how we access information, these physical Bibles have become less common. Today, many travelers turn to their smartphones and tablets for spiritual guidance, religious texts, or inspirational reading. Services. Do you remember when hotel lobbies were bustling hubs of activity, offering services like barbershops and shoe shine stands? These services made stays feel luxurious and personalized, adding a touch of class and convenience to your travel experience. You could get a quick trim or a shoe shine before heading out for the day, feeling polished and well-groomed. As times have changed, so too have the services offered by hotels. Today, modern hotels boast a range of amenities designed to enhance guest comfort and wellness. Spas and fitness centers have become the new standard, providing guests with a space to relax and rejuvenate. Whether it's enjoying a soothing massage, indulging in a beauty treatment, or keeping up with your workout routine, these amenities reflect the evolving needs and preferences of today's travelers. The evolution from barbershops to spas shows how hotels have continually adapted to ensure that guests feel pampered and well cared for. While the specific services have changed, the commitment to enhancing guest comfort remains the same. Room service menus. Remember the days when you'd find a printed room service menu in your hotel room? These menus, often placed on the desk or bedside table, listed a variety of meals and beverages that could be delivered straight to your door. The menus were often beautifully designed, with elegant fonts and mouth-watering descriptions of the dishes. The ritual of browsing through the room service menu, picking up the room phone, and placing an order was part of the hotel experience. You'd hear a polite voice on the other end taking your order, and then the anticipation would build as you waited for the knock on your door, signaling the arrival of your meal. Today, while room service still exists, the experience has evolved. Many hotels have replaced printed menus with digital versions accessible via the TV or a hotel app. This shift reflects broader changes in how we interact with services and the increased emphasis on sustainability by reducing paper use. Do you miss the tactile pleasure of flipping through a room service menu, or do you prefer the convenience of digital options? The transition from printed menus to digital interfaces highlights the broader trend of integrating technology into every aspect of our lives. Wake-up calls. Do you remember requesting a wake-up call from the hotel front desk? Before the era of smartphones and digital alarms, this was a common practice. You'd pick up the room phone, dial the front desk, and request a wake-up call at your desired time. The next morning, you'd be roused from sleep by the gentle ring of the phone and the friendly voice of the front desk staff wishing you a good morning. Wake-up calls were a reliable way to ensure you didn't miss an important meeting, flight, or sightseeing tour. They added a personal touch to your stay, making you feel cared for by the hotel staff. Today, with the ubiquity of smartphones and digital alarms, the need for wake-up calls has diminished. Most guests now set alarms on their devices, which offer a range of customizable options. The shift away from wake-up calls reflects the broader trend of guests managing their schedules independently. Do you miss the reassuring wake-up calls from hotel staff, or do you prefer the control and customization offered by modern devices? This change highlights how technology has empowered us to take charge of our routines while also making certain traditional services obsolete. Hotel brochures and local guides. Hotel lobbies used to feature stands filled with brochures and local guides. These colorful pamphlets provided information about nearby attractions, dining options, and entertainment venues. Guests would often pick up a handful of brochures to plan their activities during their stay. Browsing through these brochures was part of the adventure. They offered insights into local culture, hidden gems, and popular tourist spots. The brochures, with their detailed maps and vivid images, helped guests navigate new cities and make the most of their trips. Today, the role of brochures and local guides has largely been taken over by digital resources. Guests now use their smartphones to search for local attractions, read reviews, and get directions. Apps and websites provide real-time information, making it easier to plan and adjust itineraries on the go. Do you miss the tactile experience of flipping through brochures, or do you appreciate the convenience and comprehensiveness of digital resources? The shift from physical brochures to digital guides reflects the broader trend of digitization in travel planning. Hotel stationery. Once a staple in every hotel room, personalized hotel stationery included letterhead paper, envelopes, and pens featuring the hotel's logo and address. Guests would use this stationery to write letters or postcards to friends and family, often sharing their travel experiences. The hotel stationery was more than just a writing tool, it was a souvenir. Many guests would take the stationery home as a keepsake, a reminder of their stay at a particular hotel. The elegant designs and quality paper added a touch of luxury to the experience. Today, hotel stationery has largely disappeared from rooms. With the advent of email, messaging apps, and social media, the practice of writing letters by hand has declined. Guests now share their travel experiences instantly through digital means. Do you miss the charm of hotel stationery, or do you prefer the instant connectivity of modern communication? The disappearance of hotel stationery reflects broader changes in how we communicate and stay connected with loved ones. Bellhops and luggage service. There was a time when arriving at a hotel meant being greeted by a bellhop who would assist you with your luggage. Bellhops, dressed in smart uniforms, were a familiar sight in hotel lobbies. They would carry your bags to your room, provide information about the hotel's amenities, and ensure you had everything you needed for a comfortable stay. The personal service provided by bellhops added a touch of luxury and convenience to the hotel experience. It made guests feel welcomed and valued, knowing that someone was there to assist them. Today, while some high-end hotels still offer bellhop services, many have transitioned to a more self-service model. Guests often handle their own luggage, using luggage carts provided by the hotel. This shift reflects changes in guest preferences and the emphasis on efficiency and independence. Do you miss the personalized service of bellhops, or do you appreciate the independence of managing your own luggage? The evolution of luggage service highlights broader trends in hospitality and guest expectations. Ice machines. Do you remember the excitement of finding an ice machine on your hotel floor? These machines, often tucked away in a corner of the hallway, provided a constant supply of ice for guests. You'd take the ice bucket from your room, fill it up, and bring it back to chill your drinks or use as needed. Ice machines were a convenient and popular feature, especially in the days before mini fridges became standard in hotel rooms. They provided guests with easy access to ice, enhancing their comfort and convenience during their stay. Today, while some hotels still have ice machines, many have replaced them with in-room mini fridges or ice delivery services. The shift reflects changes in guest preferences and the evolution of in-room amenities. Do you miss the ritual of filling up your ice bucket, or do you prefer the convenience of having a mini fridge in your room? The transition from ice machines to mini fridges highlights the broader trend of enhancing in-room convenience and comfort. Coin-operated amenities. Can you recall the novelty of coin-operated amenities in hotels? From vending machines stocked with snacks and drinks to coin-operated TVs and even massage chairs, these features added a layer of fun and convenience to the hotel stay. Guests would carry quarters to enjoy these services, making them feel like they were getting a little extra treat. The coin-operated amenities were especially popular in motels and budget hotels, where they provided an affordable way to access additional services. They added a sense of novelty and excitement to the stay, making guests feel like they were getting more value for their money. Today, many of these coin-operated amenities have been replaced by more modern alternatives. Vending machines now often accept credit cards, and in-room entertainment is provided through digital channels. The shift reflects changes in technology and guest expectations. Do you miss the charm of coin-operated amenities, or do you prefer the convenience of modern alternatives? The evolution of these features highlights broader trends in hospitality and the integration of technology into everyday experiences. Hotel directory binders. Hotel rooms used to feature thick binders filled with information about the hotel's amenities, services, and local attractions. These directories included everything from restaurant menus and spa services to emergency procedures and local maps. Guests would browse through these binders to learn about what the hotel and the surrounding area had to offer. The hotel directory binder was a comprehensive resource that provided guests with all the information they needed for their stay. It was a convenient way to familiarize themselves with the hotel's offerings and plan their activities. Today, many hotels have replaced physical binders with digital directories accessible via the TV or a hotel app. This shift reflects the broader trend of digitization and the move towards more sustainable practices by reducing paper use. Do you miss the tactile experience of flipping through a hotel directory binder, or do you prefer the convenience of digital directories? The transition from physical to digital reflects broader changes in how we access and consume information. Hotel restaurants with live entertainment. Do you remember dining in hotel restaurants that offered live entertainment? Whether it was a pianist playing in the background, a live band, or even a magic show, these experiences added a special touch to your meal. The live entertainment created a lively and engaging atmosphere, making dining out an event in itself. Hotel restaurants with live entertainment were a popular feature, offering guests a unique and memorable dining experience. The combination of good food and live performances made for an enjoyable evening. Today, while some hotels still offer live entertainment, many have shifted towards more contemporary dining experiences. The focus is often on gourmet cuisine and trendy decor, reflecting changes in dining preferences and trends. Do you miss the charm of live entertainment in hotel restaurants, or do you prefer the modern dining experiences offered today? The evolution of hotel dining reflects broader changes in the hospitality industry and guest expectations. Which do you prefer? The nostalgic charm of live entertainment or the sleek modern dining experiences of today? Comment below with your thoughts, like this video, and subscribe for more nostalgic content.